Hello, guys. This is me, DOZ101, and I brought a friend of mine this time to help me review the Royal Rumble or preview the Royal Rumble. Sorry. This is Alva Man. He's been a fan of about 20 years since the 1990s, and he's going to tell you a little bit about himself before we get started.
I have been a fan for a long time. Um, in the beginning, it was mostly WWE, and then I got kind of into WCW in the kind of mid late 80s, 97, 98. They had some good things going, and then by the end of 98, they lost me, which is about the time WCW went down. And I've been mostly a fan of WWE since then, but I did discover TNA, and I like that too, and I will have some comments about TNA at a later date.
Um, Before we get started, I got to say, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on. And it's fans like him and fans like you guys, my subscribers, and the people that view my channel that keep me going. So I'd like to say thank you to all my fans and friends and subscribers for watching. Now, before we get started quickly into the Royal Rumble, I'm going to say the build up to this has been fairly decent. Not as great as past Royal Rumble build ups, but fairly decent at best.
Yeah, that's true. There's some of these matches, at least a couple of them that have just kind of been thrown together. They're not solid matches, but you have like the World Heavyweight title. They've kind of done some build up with that. The one that's kind of still a possible match, which is the U.S. title match between Miz and MVP. They've actually been working that one, and it almost seems like they've been focusing more on that than like the WWE title.
Okay, having said all of this, let's go ahead and get into the card with the first match being for the Women's Championship, Mickie James versus Michelle McCool.
I gotta go with Mickie James. I just think really that she's a better wrestler. I mean, Michelle McCool has her moments, but um, like back when Mickie James came in, I wasn't really sure about her at first, but she showed that she can hang with, divas like Trish Stratus at the time, which says a lot to me. So I think I'd have to go with Mickie James.
Yeah, I would agree. Mickie James is definitely very over. They've invested a lot of time in her. She is a solid in ring worker. She's good as a babyface, good as a heel, good as a tweener. With Michelle McCool, I don't know much about Michelle McCool, honestly. I just feel as though she's just another diva who's out here. She's a decent heel at best. She's got solid in ring work. She used AJ Styles' Clash as a maneuver. Uh, I'm not really crazy so much about the Piggy James storyline, but having said all of that, I have to go with I'm hoping and predicting Mickie James wins this match.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have to get on to the second match, which is what we would like to see happen. United States Championship, MVP versus The Miz.
I think they've actually done a pretty good job building this one up. Personally, I'd like to see the Miz come in. I kind of like him as a babyface, but he did well as a heel as well. And please, if this match does go down, let Miz. I'm sorry, let me correct myself. Let MVP win. I'm just tired of Miz as the United States champion because all he does is talk, just talk. He doesn't do anything else. He hasn't had any really good matches. Like the one this last week was really kind of dumb, and I'd rather see MVP win.
I agree. Assuming that they go through with this match, which is what I think they need to do, considering that as of this taping now, we still have a week to go, but there are only 5 matches on the card. I'd actually like to see them add this match to the card. And Miz is a good heel. He can talk. He can wrestle fairly decently, but they haven't put enough time in this Miz and MVP feud, and I feel as though they threw it together. And I'd like to see MVP win, actually, but I'm predicting that Miz is going to win somehow by cheating.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's probably true.
Yeah, okay. The next match that we have, real quickly, is Ezekiel Jackson versus Christian for the ECW title.
Um, I like Christian more than Ezekiel Jackson, but honestly, I don't really watch that much ECW, so it's sort of hard to say. I have watched some of Ezekiel Jackson's matches, and I can tell you he is the powerhouse guy. He's going to be the guy that's using the brute strength, the big power moves, whereas Christian's a much better mat wrestler. He's also he's got the speed and high flying ability. I'd rather see Christian win, except for the fact that I think that if Ezekiel Jackson wins, maybe that's the chance to get Christian off of ECW and put him on SmackDown.
Please let it happen. Please.
Yeah, really. And I just think he'd be better on SmackDown. You don't let him put him on Raw because
too much star
as
power.
I'm sure he'll tell you, like too much star power. Exactly.
You have Triple H, you got Shawn Michaels, you got Legacy, you got Orton, you got Kofi, you got Sheamus, Cena. Endless. It goes on and on.
Mm-hmm.
But with Ezekiel Jackson and Christian, I'm expecting it to maybe be about a 3-star match. It's going to be one of your good back and forth type of matches. I expect to see Ezekiel Jackson more dominant in this match. Christian is barely going to come away with a win, which is probably how WWE will do it. But I hope and am predicting that we get a new ECW champion in Ezekiel Jackson because Christian needs to be getting away from ECW. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments. The next match that we have is, real quickly, The Undertaker versus Rey Mysterio for the World Heavyweight Championship. And before he says anything, I'd like to personally say that I'm kind of looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I am too. I think this is one of the ones they've actually taken some time to work on. And, they've had the back and forth between Rey Mysterio and Batista. And I'm going to correct myself from my show. I said Batista was the #1 contender. I don't know why. But, Rey Mysterio is the smaller guy. He's always the underdog. That's just the part Rey Mysterio always plays, which works for him.
Unlike John Cena.
Yeah, unlike John Cena, just doesn't work as an underdog. He's too big. But Mysterio's got the speed moves. He's got the high flying, whereas Taker's the big guy. He's the power moves, and he's. I think in this one, as much as I'd like to see Rey Mysterio as the champion, I think I gotta call the Undertaker because they've been working on this thing between him and Shawn Michaels, and if they want it to be the world title match, Undertaker has to still be the champion, otherwise it doesn't work.
Yeah, with Taker and Rey Mysterio, I'm gonna real quickly say this. We don't have a lot of time left. We're going to do a part 2. But real quickly, Rey's not going to win. Simple fact, Batista. We forgot to mention that Batista may play a factor. And they've been going at it like it's no tomorrow. It's going to be a good match, but I'm expecting Batista, however, to come out and just destroy Rey Mysterio. And Taker still your champion. Real quickly, look out for part 2 on our Royal Rumble thoughts and predictions. And there's going to be another video that we may make later on today concerning thoughts about WWE and TNA. I'm D. Jose. He's Alva Man. Thank you all for watching. Peace.